Welcome to Blitz. In this video, I will show you a brief overview of how Blitz can help your business. To begin, I will show you our login page. Each user will have their own login credentials that will be provided by our team. Based on your security access, your salespeople will only be able to see their own sales and commissions, but they will not be able to see anybody else's information. Sales managers will be able to manage their teams, but won't have access to any other team's information. And administrators are going to be the only ones that will have access to the entire company's data, sales, and commissions and incentives. And that is exactly how I will show you Blitz today. Now let's go ahead and log into Blitz and see everything that Blitz has to offer. When you first log into Blitz, you will be able to see your global dashboard. This is where you're going to manage all your charts and graphs for your entire company. At the top, you're going to see that we have divided your incentives into 3 different categories: forecasted, due, and paid incentives. Forecasted incentives are all of those incentives that have been generated, but they're not yet due to your sales team because there are certain requirements that have not yet been met. For example, if you send out invoices, but those invoices have not yet been paid, they have generated a commission, but we're still waiting on those invoices to get paid in order for that commission to be due to our salespeople. This is in order to motivate your salespeople to go ahead and close those deals that need to be closed out because they know exactly what is out there for them to make. Due incentives are all of those incentives that are now due to your salespeople. Once those invoices that have been sent out have been paid out, or those contracts have been signed and completed and executed, then those incentives move on over to the due incentives category. This is where you will see all of the incentives that are due and exactly what date they will be paid out or they should be paid out to your salespeople. Finally, the last category is your paid incentives. These are all of the incentives that have been paid out for a predefined period of time. In this case, I can see everything that has been paid out since January 1st, 2017. Now, on my global dashboard, I will also be able to see charts and graphs that will help me manage my companies, and it will help me create new incentives to my team based on regions or markets or products, etc. For example, I can see my top incentive earners for this year. I can see who the forecasted incentives or what the forecasted incentives are for the following 3 months. I can see what has most recently been processed that has been paid out, and what has most recently processed that now is due to my salespeople. I can also see a chart and graph of overviews of my territory, and I can even go as further as see it for regions or for markets as I choose. I can see transactions by products, or we can design to have a graph showing us transactions by type or by source if I so choose to. If I have set goals or quotas for my company, I can also track the progress of my company based on those goals and quotas that I have set. And most importantly, I can also track customer retention. All of this in the hopes that you can create more defined incentives to help your team focus on what you as a business need them to focus on, whether it is retaining customers longer or selling a specific product or from a specific source, or if you would wish for a specific region to be more productive, you can always track this information so you can create new incentives for them. Now, the other 2 dashboards that I will have access to as administrators are my team dashboard and my salesperson's dashboard. Now, my team dashboard will be the dashboard that shows me my sales manager's information. So in this case, I can see that Adam is a manager and I can manage a summary of his entire team and what has been processed. Finally, what are your salespeople going to see when they log into Blitz? Well, when they log into Blitz, they're going to see their salesperson's dashboard. In this case, Adam is also a salesperson, and I can see exactly how he's progressing. I can see that he has met his quota. I can see what forecasted incentives he has for the following 3 months and what incentives he has that are due and when these should be paid out. This is crucial for Adam as a salesperson because he knows very clear exactly what is expected of him and what he's going to receive and when. Now let's go ahead and talk about compensation plans management. Here in Blitz, it's going to be very easy for you to manage your compensation plans and your goals. If I want to see a list of my compensation plans, I can simply select my compensation plans list, and I can see a list of all of my compensation plans that have been created, which can be created based on a salesperson or based on a role or an individual. In this case, we have decided salesperson role, and we have actually done it individually by our sales agents. Now, if I decide to manage any of these plans or to create a new plan, I can create these by selecting different date ranges, and I can also manage the rules and formulas that are going to lead these compensation plans. In this case, I'm offering a set price, $200 per invoice process for a specific product. In Blitz, we can manage any different rule or formula that you handle in your business. Because Blitz is so easily configurable to your business needs, Blitz can manage an infinite amount of compensation plans and rules as your business requires. Ultimately, we have designed a rules engine that utilizes natural language processing so that you don't need your technical support team or IT team to manage your compensation plans and rules. You will simply type out your rule, and Blitz will offer a list of suggestions to help you finish creating and formulating this rule. These suggestions will be derived from other compensation plans that have already been created, and will also use transactions and real data that's already in the system in order to help you create more defined and better rules, better formulas, better incentives and bonuses for your team. Finally, you can also create your goals. Your goals are going to be linked to your compensation plans so that you can offer bonuses. You will be able to track your company's progress of meeting those goals, and you will be able to offer bonuses and create compensation plans to offer those bonuses that are linked to those goals. Now let's talk about transaction management. Under transactions, you will be able to see a list of all of your transactions that you manage, as well as any other catalogs that you work with. For example, customers, products, services, etc. In this case, let's take a look at all of our invoices. Blitz will integrate with your CRM or accounting software, where we can pull all of the data for your transactions that are required for your business. Here, we will use this data, and in real time, Blitz will calculate the commissions automatically based on those compensation plans and rules that have been configured. For example, here we can see a total amount for this invoice, and we can see that the status of this invoice is open, which means that this invoice has not yet been paid. Now I can see my salesperson is Deborah, and if I select her name, I can also see what rule this compensation plan is utilizing. So Deborah will receive 10% if she reaches her target. So Deborah has generated this commission, is currently in forecasted commissions because the status is open. If I decide to change this status and I update this information in my accounting software, Blitz in real time will update this category, and Deborah will receive a notification letting her know that she now has this commission that is due to her. So now that we have gone and we have categorized all of our transactions appropriately, now it's time to go ahead and pay out the commissions as we need to. All we need to do is click on Pay Incentives, where we will see a list of all of our agents and salespeople that have incentives, commissions, and bonuses that are due to them. Now, I can always select on an individual salesperson, and I can see in detail exactly what I'm paying out to them. I can have the control and option of deselecting whatever I choose not to pay out in this pay period. But in this case, let's go ahead and pay everything out to Deborah. All I need to do is click on Pay Incentives, click on Accept, and Blitz will create a PDF report that I will go ahead and send on out to my payroll department in order for them to process the payments. All of my sales agents will receive a notification, and they will know that their payments have been processed and been completed. The most important part of Blitz is that your sales agents are going to have access to Blitz at all times. Blitz is on the cloud, so they will have access to Blitz on any device. And we also have iOS and Android apps, so they have access to Blitz on their mobile devices. I hope that this video has been able to show you all of the different aspects and features of Blitz and how Blitz can help you manage your sales and commissions better. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact us at support@blitzrocks.com.